breaking news update on the thing that everybody's talking about in India. What is going to be the Court of Arbitration for Sports verdict on Vinesh Phogat? And what we can tell you at this point in time is an official release has come from the Court of Arbitration for Sports. And it says the decision to extend the 24-hour time limit in the arbitration between Vinesh Phogat and United World Wrestling International Olympic Committee and Indian Olympic Association. By application of Article 18 of the CAS arbitration rules for the Olympic Games, the president of CAS ad hoc divisions extends the time limit for the panel to give a decision until 10th August 9:30 p.m. IST. So this is the time when Vinesh Phogat, the verdict by Court of Arbitration for Sports, will be given. So August 10th, 9:30 p.m. IST, which is 6 p.m. Paris local time. That is when you are going to see the decision being given for by Court of Arbitration for Sports in the Vinesh Phogat situation. So let me just tell you what is Article. If you look at it, Article 18 of the CAS verdict, because CAS verdict gives you the thing. They have used Article 18 in particular. Article 18 states, unless the statement of claim was contained in the notice of arbitration within a period of time to be determined by the arbitral tribunal, the claimant shall communicate his statement of claim in writing to the respondent and to each of the arbiters. So they have used Article 18, and within a time of period to be determined by the arbitral tribunal, the claimant shall communicate his statement of claim in writing to the respondent to each of the arbitrators. Now, we don't know what is the prime reason as to why it's happened. Maybe Vinesh's side sought some more time to ensure that this happens. But remember, this is the last time they can probably extend it. CAS has to give the verdict by the end of the Olympics. There is no further deadline at this point in time. So this is the current situation that we have got at this point in time. So what happened is, after Vinesh was disqualified, she then approached the Court of Arbitration for Sports. Their decision is legally binding on the IOC and the UWW on whatever it happens. Vinesh's side, she's represented by 4 pro bono lawyers. And from India, if you look at it, you've got Harish Salve, who's there from the Indian contingent, as well as you've got Vidushpat Singhania also. Now, in that, what is going to happen? The Indian side are arguing that she has not committed a fraud. She was in the weigh-in period until the semi-final. When she won the semi-final, she just gained weight for the final. It is a natural replenishment of the body in that sense, and that's why she at least deserves a joint medal. Now, UWW and IOC have argued that this has been the rule in wrestling ever since the last 11 years. So because of this, whatever judgment happens, Court of Arbitration for Sports will have to give a ruling which could have long-term ramifications for the sport also. So keeping that into mind, 9:30 p.m. IST, you will get to know the final twist in the saga. Unless there is yet another extension that has been sought for, then by 11th of August, definitely 11th of August, you have to announce the verdict. But will it be a full verdict? Not really. Court of Arbitration for Sports is going to give an operative statement which will be enforced by either party, whoever wins the case. After that, Court of Arbitration for Sports is going to release a detailed statement giving the reasons as to why the verdict went in their favor or didn't go in their favor. That explanation will come a couple of days later. So the operative statement by Court of Arbitration for Sports is expected to arrive by 9:30 p.m. IST. That is what the official communication has been given by Court of Arbitration for Sports. We are not saying it out of any media reports. We are not saying it out of any other kind of situation that's there. Court of Arbitration for Sports has given an official statement. So that is why in time, if you look at it, 9:30 p.m. IST is when all of India will be glued on as to whether Vinesh Phogat will get the silver or not. She has appealed for a joint silver, but then if she gets the joint silver, then UWW and IOC will be in a tizzy at this point in time, because Olympics wrestling then will have a huge problem as to the rules. there will be past athletes also who have fallen foul to this. For example, one of the athletes, the gold medal winner in the 57 kilo category, Rei Hinjui of Japan, he has also sympathized with Vinesh Phogat. Because Vinesh Phogat, she lost by 100 grams. Ray lost it by 50 grams. So that is why a positive decision, negative decision, you will all expect it by 9:30 p.m. IST. Is it going to be possible for Vinesh to get the medal? Difficult. But again, if you want to believe in a miracle, let's just say it's not impossible. But looking at past CAS verdicts, Court of Arbitration for Sport verdicts, it looks as if it will be difficult for Vinesh at this point in time. So there are Harish, when Ritika wins, I will talk about it. And Harish is also saying, let's hope. Let's hope we get a positive decision 9:30 p.m. Yug Parmar, look, whatever it is, negative or positive, there will be a big talking point. But there will be talking points and that will be legitimized in certain ways also. Dibyanshu Nag saying the disgusting rule should be changed. Why, Dibyanshu, should the rule be changed? Understand one thing, there are weight categories in wrestling. Always. Today, if CAS makes an exception for 100 gram, next time the athletes will say, oh, why not make it for 102? Why not make it for 120? Why not make it for 150? This rule change, if it happens, it could open the floodgates for anarchy in wrestling. Then rules will not be given prerogative at all. So that's why it's very important then. Then Vinesh is a champion, irrespective of the result directed. Absolutely. She is a champion. She performed brilliantly. I mean, defeating Yui Susaki 82-0 prior to heading into the Olympics. She's managed to beat her for the first time. So that is why I think it will be really important. As Spurs Saini is saying, time should be increased in between semis and finals. Not really. It's not easy in wrestling to increase the timings because see, maintaining the weight is the biggest challenge. What is UWW stand? That's what Yug Parmar is saying. Is there any inside info on the same? See, UWW, Vinesh is fighting UWW IOC. That is the take at this point in time. UWW said, no, Vinesh is disqualified. She doesn't deserve a medal because it's happened in the past also. Vinesh is crying over 100 grams. You look at the Japanese wrestler who's won gold. Once he fell short by 50 grams. So that is why. This is the major problem that we are looking at it. See, if you increase the weight and give that exception this time around, then wrestling is going to be open to anarchy. There is going to be nothing at this point in time. So this is the current situation that is there. And one must understand, Aman Sehrawat lost 4.5 kilos. Wrestlers are prone to extreme weight gains and losses. So that is why it is going to be very, very interesting. So how much time it will take? Well, you are now actually 7 hours away. 7 hours away from the verdict at this point. Choice is like saying the rule should be that even if disqualified due to weight on the day of the match, the athlete should get his or her confirmed medal. Not really. Is it really true that on the day it's happened? No. You have been disqualified. You're disqualified means you're disqualified from the entire thing. It doesn't matter how many laps you led. It doesn't matter how many games you won. You're disqualified for a season. I'll give you one example. 4x400 meter relay, which happened in 2008, Beijing. Nesta Carter, Jamaica won the gold in the entire team event. But Nesta Carter tested positive. The entire team lost the gold. Isn't that unfair? Only Nesta Carter should have been stripped of the gold, right? But that didn't happen. The entire team lost the gold. So that is why there are strict protocols to keep the spirit of the athletics thing alive. So that's why let us just ensure that the rule is there. And Vinesh, it's not the first time it's happened to her. It's happened for the second time in her career. So that is why it is the best thing that is there. So Vinesh defeated Japanese in round 1, then she went into final and Japanese went into repechage and won bronze. If Vinesh didn't go further, then how can Japanese go to win the bronze? But understand one thing, Rohit Thakur, Vinesh made it to the final. Now in an exceptional weight situation, the athlete got disqualified. None of the others got disqualified in the. That is why it's going to be very, very interesting. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Source. 1 second, I think we have got a technical issue. Yeah. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. And don't forget to download the Sports Talk mobile app for all the information you need in English and Hindi. Bye-bye.